Ew, tapping in real quick. Something light, nothing major. Peace and blessings and all that. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing too crazy about this video right here. Just gonna sit here and chop it up for a few minutes for what it's worth. You know, I'm just sitting here about to fire one up. I pulled the MacBook out, pulled the app up, pulled these money lines up, and started, fucking around with some of these degenerate parlay plays. You know what I'm talking about? Right now with this particular one, I'm playing the range game. You know what I'm talking about? I'm playing the range game. You know what I mean? And, we gonna start that one off with Sumadurgi. Sumadurgi, if I'm not mistaken, has a significant 7.5-inch reach advantage, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And it's like about 7.5-inch reach advantage, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and rock with Sumadurgi minus 178 as the first leg in this degenerate range game parlay. You know what I'm talking about? Next up, Cedricus Dumas, another individual who also possesses a couple to a few inches in the height and quite a few inches in the reach. And this is the degenerate range game parlay play. Let's move on. Julian Erosa, another individual who possesses, quite a bit of height and quite a bit of reach. The longer, lanky individuals, man. Chase Hooper, Same can be said for Sean Woodson. You know what I'm talking about? And let me see something here, man. We have no significant differences there. There's a bit of a one there. It's a slight one there. Not much of one there. That might be it for this play. You know what I mean? That might be it for this particular play. Cause they lined up. It's Sumadurgi, Dumas, Down and Old Boy are matched up. Bryce got an inch reach. Yair has what? A 4-inch reach. We could toss Yair in there. We playing a range game. It's only a 1.5-inch reach on the Patty side of things, man. But still a reach, man. Maybe I'm reaching right now. Yeah, I'm talking about. But this is how we gonna do this one, man. Right now we have 5 legs at plus 784 for these longer, lankier, more rangier individuals that possess, for the most part, a significant reach advantage. You know what I'm talking about? Sumadurgi, I know for sure, and Dumas, they possess about around between 6 to 8 inches in a reach advantage. You know what I'm talking about? So, assuming that they're going to be able to keep Mitch and McCall at the end of their punches and string some nice combinations together, possibly use the height advantage to their advantage with the kicks, with the teeps to keep them individuals at bay when they attempt to crash forward and apply that pressure. You know what I mean? Julian Erosa, Chase Hooper, Sean Woodson, they're all the more longer, lankier, rangier individuals in the matchups. You know what I'm talking about? And assuming that Sumadurgi, Cedricus, Julian, Chase, and Sean can all use their physical attributes to their advantage, the reach, which is more significant by keeping their individual, keeping their opponents at the end of their strikes, their height, which isn't as significant in some of them, but it is still very significant in a couple of them, to implement the kicking game to keep that danger at bay, keep their opponent at range. You understand what I'm saying? To pick that bread basket apart, teeping that fucking belly up. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Maybe it's a reach, but that's why. It's the range game parlay. You know what I mean? The longer, lankier, more rangier individuals that possess the reach advantages. So maybe I'm reaching on these parlays, but it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? And then as a 6 leg with a 4-inch reach, we're gonna add Yair Rodriguez in there for plus 1216. That's 1,216. The 5 leg Sumaderji Cedricus as the 1 dog. Julian Erosa, Chase Hooper, and Sean Woodson, all closely, fuck, Julian Erosa and Chase Hooper, nowhere near it. But Sumaderji, Cedricus is the dog, and Sean Woodson, all 3 of them are closely lined fights. Chase Hooper and Julian Erosa are ridiculous favorites, man. I don't believe they deserve to be those bigger favorites over their legendary veteran opposition. You understand what I'm saying to you? But that is to be determined. So Sumaderji, Cedricus, Julian, Chase, and Sean, with Cedricus as your one motherfucking underdog. And if I'm not mistaken, that's all 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all on the prelims. That can be a prelim parlay at plus 784. You understand what I'm saying to you? And then sliding on up to the main card and applying Yair Rodriguez at minus 205, who possesses a 4-inch reach advantage. That's 6 legs. 5 legs can be secured on the prelims. You know what I'm talking about? If they do what they need to do and use those physical attributes very much to their advantage and get the job done. Those 5 legs can be secured on the prelims. I suggest if you're rocking with this, you lock those 5 legs in at plus 784, so that bag is secured going on it, into the main card, and then you're just waiting for one more leg on your 6-legger. So put the 5-legger in, then duplicate that 5-legger and attach a 6-legger to it, putting Yair in. That way, that can smack. And if something goes left on the main card with Yair, you didn't secure 5 legs on the prelim, only for the 6-legger on the main card to fumble the fucking bag for you. You understand what I'm saying to you? Lock that plus 784 in, 5 legs on the prelims. You know what I mean? $5 a head if you want. You know what I'm talking about? Something light, $25 will bring you back $1.96. You know what I'm talking about? Something light, nothing major. Lock those 5 legs in. You know what I'm talking about? And then slap Yair on that motherfucker. You feel me? As your 6-leg. And then you could just drop, a dub on them motherfuckers. You feel me? And that'll bring you back a little 243. You feel me? So you can smack off this little 5 and 6 pack if these 5 and 6 individuals use their physical attributes to their advantage. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing too crazy. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Peace and blessings.